Hello everybody, it is your boy NCO7 here, and it has been a bit since I've done something like this. Recently, as in a few weeks ago, one movie has finally graced us from the heavens at Illumination, that being the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yes, Illumination, that one, the same one that made all those minions and stuff like that, and those animals singing that everyone totally loved. Well, yeah. No, I didn't watch it the day it premiered, unfortunately, but I was able to watch the Mario movie a few days later, and that's kind of what we're here to talk about today. Now, this isn't the first time a video game has been turned into a movie. Sonic got a couple of movies, the Angry Birds got a couple, and even a movie on Tetris as well. Another thing to note is that these movies can be rather hit or miss, so they don't have the best track record. So let's see if Mario can show people how video game movies work. Now, before we get into this, first of all, spoilers. I really would not recommend watching this video if you haven't seen the movie yet. Just pause the video, go to your movie theater, watch the movie, then come back. Do that, because you do not want to be spoiled. Also, this is like a bit of a weird thing, because I've never really done like a movie review. So for this video, I'm going to actually be mixing footage from the trailers in with random Mario gameplay. All the footage for the trailers will be linked in the description below. All the recorded gameplay footage is my own, so yeah. Please don't strike the video down, please. I'm being careful. I am. So anyways, with that all out of the way, let's dive into the Super Mario Bros. Movie. When watching a movie, one of the biggest factors of whether it's good or not is if it is nice to look at. Thankfully, Illumination was able to perfectly recreate the Mario world for the big screen. Unlike the Mario movie from the 90s, which looked like this one is completely animated, and god, it looks so good. All the designs for the characters are really fun to look at, and even the world is great to look at, whether it's bustling Brooklyn or the more fungi-infested Mushroom Kingdom. It looks really good, especially with the amount of references they were able to put in the environments. More on that later. Even the animations are good too. While they aren't the craziest movements ever, it's still so much fun to see the characters we know and love be animated so well for the big screen. Overall, visually, it looks really good. I mean, look at it. Now let's take a look at the story and the characters. The story of the movie isn't too interesting, though do you really expect much from Mario? Regardless, I'll still go through it. Basically, it starts off with the Mario Bros just doing their Mario Bros thing in Brooklyn, fixing people's plumbing, well, kind of, before eventually landing in the Mushroom Kingdom through a pipe they find in the real world. Well, at least for Mario. Luigi isn't as lucky as he gets sucked to the Dark Lands and gets captured by Bowser's minions, and we see that Bowser intends to marry Peach and take over, I presume, the entire universe since he has the Superstar and enough force to destroy most kingdoms in his way. So, basically very similar to Mario Odyssey in that way. That doesn't stop Mario and Peach and one Toad from stopping him with the help of the Kongs before getting vehicles for the Mario Kart section of the movie, which is really good, by the way. I like that part. Before everyone gets suctioned back into the real world with an epic finale of Mario and Luigi being able to use the Superstar's power and finally swing gay Bowser back to the depths of hell, as in shrinking them down a lot and saving both worlds. Now, obviously I didn't go through everything, but I'm not going to. If you're watching this, you've seen the movie yourself. But overall, I like how they tried something at least a little different, more than the save the princess crap. I also like how they showed us Mario and Luigi are a part of an actual family and what their lives are normally. Playing video games and working a job, stuff like this really adds to the characters and like the stories and whatnot. Speaking of the characters, I actually quite like how the characters were handled in this movie. Mario and Luigi both act like how they do in the games, and their performances are pretty good too. I know there were a lot of people before release, and even at this point in time, that still question Chris Pratt's role, but honestly, he's fine. Peach is actually rather good in the movie as well, and I've seen some people online say that they didn't really like what they took with their character. They kind of made her a little more like Daisy. I really like it. I like it more than her just twiddling her thumbs waiting for something to happen. And Bowser. Oh, Bowser, in my opinion, has the absolute best performance. I remember saying this in my reaction video, but Jack Black is perfect for the role. And God, I like how they made Bowser much more sinister and actually evil. But they still have some moments where he's somewhat human, despite being a scary turtle. Seriously though, he's amazing. Donkey Kong is pretty good too, as some of the banter between him and Mario can be quite fun. Also, their fight and whatnot is really fun too. I like that a lot. Overall, while the story isn't the most interesting, it perfectly fits the 90-minute runtime, and the characters absolutely carry it, especially Bowser. Bowser's goated in this movie. Now let's move to possibly my favorite part of this movie. The references. Since this is a movie about a video game character that has had consistent games for decades, you bet there's going to be a bunch of references, and this movie does not disappoint. It honestly made the movie sort of like an Easter egg hunt, where I'm trying to pay as much attention as possible to the world and what's happening to find as many references as I can, and they're so good at it. While I won't spoil all of them here, there's references to Mario's other games through certain songs and power-ups, but even references to other games in certain parts. Spoilers right here again, when they introduce DK, they play the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64. What? I never would have thought that would have been in there, but okay. Also, the whole time when Luigi's in the Darklands feels like one big Luigi's Mansion reference. And I just love it so much because if you've seen my videos before, I love the Luigi's Mansion games. I love it so much. I could gush about the references all day. Mario plays Kid Icarus on his NES after a harsh day of work. My God, I love this boy. I would talk about them more, but honestly, I think it's better to watch the movie for yourself to find them all, or watch someone who has an Easter egg compilation or whatnot. But trust me, they're really good. Now I suppose it's time to wrap up. Despite the fact that I had watched as little as possible before seeing the movie, I had a gut feeling that Nintendo and Illumination will pull through, and thankfully they did. I'm very glad I was able to go into this movie mostly blind. I only really saw the first trailer and then a couple ads, and that was it. But God, this movie was a treat from start to finish, being pretty much everything I wanted from a movie based on Mario and more. I've seen some people say that the movie was very generic, and while I can sort of see it, it's Mario. It isn't that deep. And honestly, if it was deeper, it wouldn't feel right. This movie was really good, and if you haven't seen it yet, first of all, shame on you for watching a spoilery video, and second, there's no reason to not watch it. Just go to your local theater. Just go get a ticket and go watch it. Just do that. And even if you're someone that doesn't know that much about Mario, even if you're not a gamer, you'll still like the movie because even then, you'll likely be able to find at least a couple of references, or at least feel the amount of love that was put into this production. Now, all we need to do is wait for a sequel. Please let it happen, Illumination and Nintendo, please. This movie is too good. With that all said, this movie was amazing. I wish to see more stuff like this in the future, and I love it. I love it a lot. So, anyways, that's all my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And I'm sorry that this was a bit of a shorter video, as this isn't a video game and I've not really done movie reviews before. It's kind of difficult to talk about it for too long, but that's where the discussion goes to the comments, so let me know what you guys think of the movie, if you've seen it or not. And if you haven't seen it, I am going to go after you, so you might want to watch the movie first before commenting. But with all joking aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button yet, then please consider hitting it and maybe checking out my other videos as well, just to kind of see what my channel's kind of about. I do videos like this every now and then, so yeah, I got a lot of college stuff coming up, so it's not going to be as consistent as I wanted to, but I'm going to try and work on it soon. I'll have more stuff available soon. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.